Well, this morning's proving quite difficult. Apart from sunburn and dehydration from yesterday, my legs feel like lead. It was really hard going, like I said, but they stiffened right up. So yesterday evening, once I stopped driving and just sat for a while, they were just like lead. They still are. So I'm going to have a nice easy day.
Well, I overnighted at Cantic Head on South Walls. Nice and peaceful. There's a car park there, just fields behind. Well, I just decided to drive around randomly for no reason. This is a Martello Tower at Hackness. There's also the Hackness battery behind me, but that's closed, so you won't be able to see that. Bit of a stroke of luck. So come to the Martello Tower and Hackness battery. There's a hose on a standpipe, so I've just washed up what needed washing up, and I'm now filling my water. It's very important, if you're going to do this, you run the tap for quite a while. Just let all the water out first before you fill your tanks, just in case you've been standing for a while and picked up any bugs. So, you know, I'm thinking Legionnaire's disease and so on and so forth. Coming down from the Hackness Martello Tower, you've got the Hackness battery. This is currently closed due to COVID, but we can have a look from the outside over the wall. That's the officers' quarters. This building, so this clearly, oh, this is a private residence. It's a guardhouse. Okay, I've come around the side now. That's the powder magazine inside these earth revetments. So this is the Hackness battery, seen from the wall surrounding the establishment. So your guns will be positioned in there, in the open. I'm guessing ammo storage in the buildings there, there and over there. So you can see it's covering a very large area, a good field of fire over Scaffold Flow. I've pulled up near Wing on South Walls, and there's an extant gun battery here in the aircraft position. Over to my right is a radar platform 2. So looking, there's gun position 1, gun position 2, gun position 3, gun position 4. Going inside the first structure, I would imagine that this is a shelter for the troops. It's a bit short now due to the build-up of mud and probably sheep crap, but going in here you have got a window giving you a good view out. We have a shelter, we have another shelter. In the centre here you have the gun position, and we have metalwork arranged in a circle to position the guns and keep them in position. Holdfasts they're called. Now these are a different design to the other ones. You see there's a hole through there. We've got that position coming round, that position coming round, that position coming round, that position. Here's the next emplacement, the next gun pit. As you can see, there's an earth bank around it. That's one through. So open-sided. It's not necessarily the case that it would have been open-sided, but if you imagine this would have had something to put hinges on, so these would have been gated maybe. Coming in. Okay, we've got a concrete wall, concrete blocked wall. Large building here. This is the one we saw earlier. Window, doorway, looking in, that's the entire building. Coming round, this is a different design to that other position actually. So here you've got pins, so you've got more open positions there, 2 open areas, the holdfasts for the guns centrally. More, I mean, this is definitely racking, so I would say this is where the shells were put. Okay, 3.7 inch anti-aircraft shells. Then we have coming here more. There's an exit out that way. Looking backwards, there's more shelters here. So this is a different layout. If I come centrally here, we can see that it goes around like this. Totally different design. Looking from the gun position and going right around. So I'm now on the corner on the extremity of the gun sight. So it's a standard semicircular layout. Gun emplacement 1, gun emplacement 2 behind, gun emplacement 3 behind, gun emplacement 4 behind. So this is a radar emplacement. We'll go around the outside first, give the sheep a chance coming down the ramps. There we go. So, open-sided. Presumably this would have been some sort of administrative office type bit, so plotting the hostile aircraft and friendly aircraft from underneath, doing the actual radar work. Well, this is the ramp. You'd wheel the radar up here, so we're portable. So wheel each side onto the roof. See how it's shaped as well? So you can then position the radar on top. This bit's grassed in. And it would then stay secure. And there it is in relation to the gun sight. I'm standing in a central position from the second gun emplacement. Coming round, there's our first emplacement. Second one coming in. Storage bunkers beneath me. Standing on the retaining wall. Ammunition storage, crew shelter, etc. Gun position with third and fourth emplacements behind. Just along from the gun emplacements, we've got 4 bases for Nissen huts. These would be for crew accommodation, maybe the canteen, something like that. So there's the first one. You can see the base is still kind of fairly substantial, weathered a bit, broken. Not a massive distance up to the next one. Coming down though, this one is brilliant. This one, you've got the front wall of the Nissen hut as well as the base. You've even got the window frame with the handle. So let's go and have a little peek at this. So these Nissen huts would have had a corrugated metal kind of siding, curved, hence you can recognise the shape from the front there. So large door going in. I've slept in these. They're surprisingly warm and quite good. There you go, you've got your lintel, your step. There's the window. Look at that. Should we let a bit of air in? Ah, that's locked solid. But you see, you've got the grooves in there, so you can have it slightly open if you wish. That's even a bit of glass, look. That's reinforced glass. You see that? With a crossed wire in it. It's thick, substantial glass, actually. So this is the kind of accommodation my grandfather would have stayed in. Although, as an officer, he might have had slightly more plush surroundings than the other ranks. But I wouldn't bet on it. Right, just come up the hill, there's the Stromer Bank Hotel. Over on the top there, there's some gun pits. And just past them a radar site, so let's go have a look. This is a lot smaller and more basic layout than the ones I've just been looking at down the hill. Okay, there's, as usual, the 4 in a semicircle. So there's the radar station over there with gun pit 1, gun pit 2, gun pit 3, Stromer Bank Hotel, gun pit 4, and back around. Well, I'm here in Long Hope, which I figured was a town. There's a Long Hope lifeboat over there. There's the Long Hope petrol pump and the Long Hope shop. This is the harbour. There's the Long Hope telephone box there. And it's actually got a telephone in rather than a defibrillator. Long Hope is the main settlement on South Wales, and it's the only place where you can buy fuel or a picnic. There's a Heavy Anti Aircraft gun. There's Long Hope during World War II. Now, where did I stay? I stayed in there, Cantic Head, where that parking was. That's where the Martello Tower is. Going over here, Stromer Bank Hotel. That's the second anti-aircraft battery I went to. The first one was there. There's Long Hope. So we're going to go down and round and back onto North Wales. Well, unfortunately, the Scapa Flow Museum is closed for refurbishment and extension. Presumably, this is partially to do with COVID as well. But certainly there does seem to be some work going on. And up here we have a large naval gun, which we shall go and have a closer look at. This is a large gun. This 150mm deck gun was salvaged from the German light cruiser SMS Bremse. Now stands overlooking Lyoness. What a sad end to the NAFI and Recreation Centre at Lyoness. This is a highlight for any squaddies day. Go and chill out in the NAFI. Look at it, it's derelict. But hey, was 80 years ago. Not really enough people on this island to warrant preserving all of this. Well, because I don't know when to give up, we're going to go exploring again. My legs are still like jelly from yesterday, but there's a little gateway here, and down there is Peggle Burn. Well, it appears that this is literally just a viewing spot. Can't see any way of getting down there. Well, I followed the track along Farms Field, along the fence, and there is where Peggle Burn meets Peggle Bay. I'm going to try and find a descent. Fingers crossed. Well, this is fantastic news. I've made it down. I'm now down at the bottom. That's Peggle Bay over there. We're in Peggle Burn. Well, I haven't found anything to do with the aircraft yet, but that's going to have to come home with me. Right, I think we're there. That's definitely riveted aluminium. This is where the Junkers Ju-88, the first German aircraft to be shot down on British soil by an anti-aircraft gun at Rysa Lodge, crashed. Rysa Lodge gun battery downed this Junkers Ju-88 early in the war, and there's still bits here littering it. Bits of metalwork and bits of pipe. What's this? Yeah, it's a jellyfish. The raid was attacking HMS Iron Duke, the headquarters of the Admiral of the Royal Navy's British Fleet. The parts I found are just down here. There's not many left. A few pieces. Just scattered pieces of corroded aluminium. This is really a fantastic spot. And once again, I've got it all to myself. This water's ridiculously clear. It's absolutely full of shells. There's clams, there's cockles, there's mussels, there's razor clams. Just loads. Well, I've had a cracking little explore of Peggle Burn and out to the bay. Now I've got to go back up the hill. I can't remember where I came down, and back to the van and then off somewhere. There's Withy Gill in the distance, and I'm on top of Lirawa Hill, looking over Scapa Flow and the Bring Deeps. This is a 4-position anti-aircraft post for 3.7-inch guns. Most of it's all gone. There is one position over there. One position. Ammunition storage bunkers. More ammunition storage. Either side. More. And somewhere for the crew to take shelter in. Corrugated metal ceiling. Probably went down slightly deeper. Brick retaining walls. Really good view of the holdfasts on this particular example and the concrete around it. All still in position. Grass has grown over the groove down the side. So again, you have the two really large bolts opposite each other, and then the smaller bolts to fix a 3.7-inch gun in place. Because this is shooting a 28-pound shell up in the sky, there's a lot of impact, a lot of pressure when that goes bang. And that's all that appears to remain, really. As I am a glutton for punishment, I'm going to do a 1 kilometre walk to the Dwarfy Stone and back. Well, this is the Dwarfy Stone. Let's go have a look. This is the only known example of a Neolithic rock-cut tomb in the British Isles. Something like 5,000 years old. Well, it is very impressive. I'm sorry about the wind, but there's no real option of that. Really old graffiti as well. 1817. Now that the sun has come out again, the island is looking beautiful again. Look at that sea. So clear and blue. So many worm casts. Like you could have a field day digging bait here. Look at it. Look at the size of that one. No way I'd ever make it up there. Really steep. I'm standing inside Hoykirk Community Venue and Heritage Centre. There's a tablet on the wall commemorating the men of this parish who died in the First World War. And also those in the Second World War. This is a possible place to stay tonight. Ratwick Beach. I'm impressed with the size and speed of this one. No idea what sort he is, but almost big enough to eat. There are so many derelict buildings here. Look at this lovely one. Stone built, even the roof is stone. Coming round. Look at the cliffs here. Round that headland and away is the Old Man of Hoy. Here, this is Ratwick Beach. And I think I'm staying here the night. This is a stunning beach. I do love a nice bit of rock pooling. I wish I had Annette with me. Annette also loves rock pooling. Good old Annette. Well, I wasn't certain what to have today, but I had some minced pork and some minced beef, so I've made some meatballs. 5 mince, 5 pork. I've got a tin tomato over there, so I'm going to have something fairly wholesome. Can't say a lot fairer than that in terms of view.